All right, let's talk about a new AI tool that could seriously change the game when it comes to dealing with complex documentation. Especially if you're a QA engineer or a tester, you're really going to want to see this because it tackles one of the biggest headaches you face every single day.
Just think about it for a second. How much of your week right now is just gone? Wasted digging through ancient spec sheets, massive PDFs, trying to hunt down that one specific requirement that you know you saw somewhere weeks ago. It's a pain we all know too well in the software testing world.
And it's more than just a little annoying. For QA pros, this constant battle with documents, it honestly feels like you're drowning. You're just trying to do your job, test the software. But first, you've got to navigate this absolute ocean of information.
And the stuff we're dealing with isn't simple. We're talking about 100-page spec docs, super dense legal and contract PDFs, and, this one, requirements that seem to change every other day. Just trying to find one specific rule, something like carrier liability, can burn half your morning. And getting a new team member up to speed, oh man, it's a total nightmare.
But what if you had your own personal research assistant, one that was designed specifically to help you cut through all that chaos? Well, that's exactly the idea behind NotebookLM, a tool from Google that's built to solve this exact problem.
So what is it really? At its heart, NotebookLM is an AI assistant, but with this one absolutely crucial difference. You ground it. That means you feed it your documents, and it becomes a personalized expert only on your content. This isn't some generic AI that knows about everything. This is your project's AI. In this slide right here, this really gets to the heart of it. Generic AIs, they pull from the entire internet, which means they can and do just make stuff up sometimes. They hallucinate. And you have no idea where their answers came from. NotebookLM, on the other hand, only uses the documents you give it. Every single answer is traceable right back to a specific sentence in your sources. And for a QA professional, that traceability is everything. And the way it works is actually super simple. You just create what's called a notebook. Then you upload all your sources, spec docs, PDFs, whatever you've got. The AI then instantly digests it all and creates a guide for you. From there, you just start asking questions in plain English, and boom, you get answers with direct citations. It's that simple, but so powerful.
Okay, so that's what it is and how it works. But now for the fun part. Let's talk about how you can actually use this thing to completely supercharge your day-to-day testing workflow. This is where it gets really good.
So first up, the most obvious win, instant summaries. Imagine taking a 150-page spec doc and getting the key points in like 30 seconds. This isn't just about saving you a few hours of reading. It's about getting you to the critical test planning phase way faster, which directly helps your whole team move quicker.
And here's a perfect real-world example. Instead of you having to Control-F your way through a dozen different documents hoping you don't miss anything, you just ask, "Show me everything about carrier liability." NotebookLM will find every single mention across all your sources and just hand them to you.
But this is where it gets really interesting. It goes way beyond just finding stuff. You can actually use NotebookLM as a creative partner to help you brainstorm test scenarios and uncover those tricky edge cases you might have missed otherwise.
Just look at this prompt. You're not just asking for information. You're asking the AI to think creatively based on the context you gave it. This is how you go from just finding bugs to actually preventing them by making sure you've covered all those crazy edge cases. Now, let's think bigger than just your own workflow for a minute. This thing has massive collaborative potential. You can build a central knowledge hub for your entire project, a single source of truth that everyone on the team can tap into.
And the benefits here are just huge. A new tester can get up to speed in a fraction of the usual time. When a project manager or a stakeholder has a random question, you can get them a cited answer instantly. It makes it easy to map test cases back to requirements, and it ensures that everyone, testers, devs, BAs, is working from the exact same playbook. Okay, but let's be real. As testers, we're literally paid to be skeptical, right? So we have to look at this with a critical eye. No tool is perfect, and it's super important that we understand the potential risks and what we need to watch out for. This table lays it out pretty clearly. You've got to be aware of data limits, how many docs you can upload. You absolutely must manually fact-check critical outputs, even if it gives you a citation. This next one's huge. Be incredibly careful with sensitive data and make sure you're following your company's security policies. And of course, remember the golden rule. Garbage in, garbage out. If your source docs are a mess, your AI's answers will be too.
All right. So you see the potential, you understand the risks, and you're ready to see how this could actually work for you.
Let's walk through a quick, no-fluff guide to putting NotebookLM to the test yourself. Here's your 5-step plan to get going like today. 1. Create a notebook. Name it after your project. 2. Upload your most important spec docs. 3. Ask a really smart question. Don't just ask what's there, ask what's missing. 4. Check out the audio feature. You can listen to summaries on your commute. And 5. Share it with your team and start collaborating.
But here's the pro tip, the one thing you absolutely have to remember through all of this. The AI is an incredibly powerful assistant, but it is not a replacement for your expertise. It suggests, but you are the one who verifies. Your critical thinking is still the most important tool you have.
So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Thinking about your current projects right now, with all their crazy complexities and mountains of documents, what's the very first test plan? The first user story, the first spec sheet you would upload to really put this thing through its paces?